Soch ttalk Train of Thought with a series of episodes with Mrs. Aditi Gupta. She's a professional marketer and a soft skill trainer. It's an excellent insights as far as overall personality development which is concerned. We are having a conversation with her. Ma'am, thanks a lot for sparing a valuable time. And when we talk in terms of personality development, is it that something somebody can teach you, or it's a commitment like?
I think it is both. Sometimes things are there in your conscious mind and a subconscious mind which you really need to bring forward to your conscious mind. So it can be taught. Sometimes we point out behaviors and all in our around people. Sometimes like, oh, don't behave like this, don't behave like that. So it definitely can be taught as well. But most of it, 95% of it, is something that is originally your own personality. That how you reflect, how you perceive things, how you express things. And yes, it is about commitment, because to change yourself takes a lot of commitment, to adapt to certain originality and how you are as a person, because everyone wants to become that unique person.
Correct.
Everyone wants to be a likable person. Everybody wants to be a leader in their own way towards the future of themselves. So everybody has to have that kind of a commitment that yes, today I want to, for an example, I want to become a great actor. Right. So how do I develop myself to become a great actor? If I want to become a leader of the industry, how do I develop myself? So it is extremely important that you stay committed towards your personal development at the same time when you are achieving your successes across the life.
Correct. It's a continuous process, at every aspects of our life. Now, when we talk in terms of developing a leadership personality, so what are the positive traits of leaders which are there in personality development?
So at times in your career level, especially in the career level, you move from junior management to senior management, and then your leadership ladder starts. And at that point of time, from success leaders to thought leaders, you want to portray yourself as a leader. It's not about just achieving that promotion, but what next?
What next?
Can you lead as a leader or not? And that is one part of the personality development part as well, where everyone aspires to be a leader in their own way. Now, what are the important elements that you need to look at is, one is the authenticity. Everyone around you, whether in a working space or apart from that also, will always believe and always appreciate the originality in yourself.
Correct.
Anyone can replicate anyone can imitate anyone, but if you stay to your true self and if you are authentic enough to convey the right messages, the right vibes and the right transfer of energy, and being honest to what you're doing, I think that authenticity is very important. So stay authentic, stay original. There are ample things that you can do. Sometimes you want to imitate or get inspiration from people, but you don't need to exactly copy what it is. You still have that thing in yourself that you can do it and do it differently. Okay, so that is one thing.
And what are the management skills which leaders should have?
Management skills are the critical thinking ability, the problem solving attitude, and a detail oriented. Plus, sometimes you also need to look at how do you work in a team. Teamwork, because as you grow up the ladder, the team gets bigger and bigger. You have to manage diverse personalities within your team also.
Correct.
So even while choosing a team, or when team chooses you, make sure that you understand everyone's value. And also understand that everyone is going to be a different personality. Nobody is going to be just the way you are, which most of us, I think expect that, oh, why is that person not like me? When I can do it, why can't they do it, and all of that. But try to understand everybody comes from a very different background.
Correct.
And those are the managerial skills that you should also have it. Plus, you are a leader. If you are a leader, then you need to have that critical thinking ability. How do you analyze a problem? How do you, frame a solution? How do you cope up with things around that? So that is something which is very crucial in developing the management skills to become a leader.
Okay. Another trait of a leadership?
Mentorship. Mentorship is one, I think of late, I think a lot of people give up on. They don't want to train people, they want trained people.
Correct.
Everybody is ready to give you the second job but not the first job.
Correct.
But just imagine if you also develop 20% of your day-to-day time, or maybe during the week, if you spare a little bit of time in mentoring someone from your team or developing, nurturing it and all, it develops a loyalty. It creates a loyalty towards your team itself. It allows a person to build a team which will be such a workforce that they will do anything and everything for you.
Correct.
Everybody wants to become a leader. We are not in a world where leaders create more followers; they create more leaders.
More leaders,
and how do you do that?
Correct.
Because I have to create that potential in each and every one. That yes, tomorrow you can become a leader like me. Not like always following me here if I change my job. No, you can take a position where I am there, where I move upward, and you can become the leader just like us. So that mentorship has to be a constant effort within the teams, and it should be not given up on anybody. Sometimes yes. Again, people behave according to the circumstances they behave according to their understanding of the business and all, but then that should be treated as a mentoring time, and it does give you the benefits of being a leader and being a great leader, I would say.
A mentor also as a giver, like normally it's who understands how we can nurture and create more and more leaders. What do you have to say in terms of consistency as far as the leadership trait which is concerned?
So leadership, when you are developing a leadership personality, you also need to understand you have to be consistent. You cannot just lead during the meetings and then you're done. You are too good in the meeting, you prepare good presentations, go there in the meeting rooms, talk about it. After that, you have forgotten everything.
Correct.
It cannot be that way. It is a process. It is a continuous transition. It is a continuous effort. There needs a lot of determination and there needs a lot of consistency in your own approach.
Correct.
That every day is a leader day. It cannot be just one day is a leader day and then the rest I'm okay, all right, right? So that is something which I feel needs to be taken care of.
And how do you think the networking skills becomes a more important trait for leadership?
So earlier, there was a terminology that we used to manage as a relationship management. Okay, now it has become a networking skills, because we are not just managing a relationship, but we are multiplying that relationship management. So that's the reason why networking skills are becoming larger and allowed. And like they always say, your network is your net worth.
Net worth, yeah.
Right. So that is something. It starts from your family, friends, then your corporate, then a larger world over there. And over there, you need to understand. You need to understand the value of communication, value of your personality, how it replicates to the outer world. Why is it that some people are always invited to certain things when it is networking events or event meetings and all, and why you won't be called or anything? So that means there is something which you need to actually work on that. And how do I network? And another part is networking means not just going for these networking meetings and all, but networking also means that I am of a particular department.
Correct.
But if I have to become a leader in future, I need to be aware and network with other different verticals, departments, functions to get more equipped about what am I doing for a larger vision of the company.
Correct.
Right. So that is something which, yes, of course, is very, very important.
Then how about this business understanding as a trait, as a leadership is concerned?
So a leader cannot be a leader without understanding what exactly he's supposed to do. Right? He cannot be a leader without understanding what business he is into, why is he doing what he is doing, and why will people probably admire the business that they are doing, or probably it would be a profitable business what they are doing it. So the business understanding is a very crucial part where you need to understand about each and every element that brings that business out to the public. There has to be an understanding about the analytics part or the numbers part or the financial aspects, the operational aspects, the support functions and all. Lot of people feel that I am supposed to do only this much. And this is my business.
Correct. Okay. They are very, very narrow.
Or this is not my business.
Correct.
Okay, that is a very narrow vision that people develop. So when you are looking at becoming a leader in the future run and all, you need to have a holistic approach. You need to have a 360-degree approach where you are able to understand business from its core till its peak, what exactly we are doing, and understand the purpose of doing this.
And how this the empathy works as far as the leadership trait which is concerned,
So So often people think that, okay, I need to be little strong, I need to be little firm, I need to be, not considerate, and this is how I am, this is how strict I am. I have to be firm with my team because my team is young. They will not take me seriously if I am little mellowed down when I'm communicating. Biggest mistake. People spend almost 12 to 14 hours of their day in offices. If I have to write, okay, if we reduce it 9 hours, 9 to 10 hours, and there is a lot of emotional engagement with the workplace, and there is a lot of other elements as a task force also. There are a lot of things that physically also you are trying to put in so much of efforts to do that work. And what happens is we often tend to miss out on if somebody is not feeling fine, or when you're conveying a message, how would that person feel, or how would that, So I feel as a leader, we need to be empathetic.
You need to be empathetic towards the other person.
We need to have the consideration of the situation, of the toughness of the work and the hours put in, and there should always be a respect towards other people's time and efforts as well, who are working for us. So that is something which, like I said, if the vision is longer and if you want to have loyalty of your own employees and your team, then definitely empathy is one of the magical portions of being a leader.
Good, great. I think it's an excellent when we talk in terms of developing a leadership personality. There are the various traits of and leadership which are there, on which I think Aditi Gupta, she spoke in terms of how authenticated as a leader you need to be, what kind of management skills which are required, and you need to be a mentor. Like once you're part of the leadership level, like the mentorship plays a very crucial role, and there needs to be consistency. And also I think you've highlighted about the networking, which is a net worth, which works very well for an organization. It's a win-win situation for both the employers and the employee. And also as a leader needs to have a deeper business understanding so that he can navigate and guide the resources on those bases, and I think when we talk in terms of as a leader, you need to be more empathetic, you need to empathize with the employees who are there, and I'm sure once you fit into their shoes and think on those bases, I'm sure that's what as a leader you can develop an overall personality. Ma'am, thanks a lot for sharing your thought process on personality as far as the leadership developing which is concerned. It was great insights. I'm sure like ttalk platform invites this kind of a personality to give more insights to a target audience so that it draws meaningful learning.
Thank you so much.
If you like the episode, just go to www.ttalk.net, subscribe and like the channel as much as you can, and catch up with Aditi Gupta in the next episode of ttalk Boond, Soch. Thank you very much. Ma'am, thanks a lot for being part of this show. Thank you.